Okay, so for the first homework, okay, so whenever you all do your whenever you all do your homework, as I said, especially for this one, you always have to factorize and all these type of things. So I will not I don't think it's my job to go and factorize every single number for you. So what I'll be doing is I will just be showing you the very fast way to do it. So I already have factorized it somewhere, but then is, as I said, it's not my job for me to go and uh do the thing lah. You all understand? Okay, so yeah. So for question 3E, the first question I gave you all, you have 42, which is uh 2 3 7, and then next, what do you have? You have 140. So 140, what is the product of its prime factors? Okay, 140 is 2 square times 5 times 7. Okay, then 168. You have 168 also. You have 2 cubed times 3 times 7. So what do we need to do? Okay, very simple. What we need to do is we need to separate it such that all the same base numbers, right? So for example, 2 must be aligned with 2, 3 must be aligned with 3, all that. Okay, so as we can see here, this one seems a bit different than the rest. So what I need, I just erase, and then as you can see, obviously there is no 5, right? So what I can do is I can just put a times 5 power 0, 3 power 0 times 5. Okay, and times 7 power 0 times 5 power 0. So HCF, it will be, HCF is always you take the lowest number. So you take the lowest number, it will be 2 power 1, as you can see here, times 3 power 0 times 5 power 0 times 7 power 0. So the highest common factor is literally 2. Okay, very simple, huh? So next is question F. So question F again, what is it? Question F will be 2 square times 5. Then what is the next one? We have 30. So we have 30, it will be 2 times 3 times 5, and then we have 60, right? Yeah. So for 60, what is it? For 60, it is 2 square times 3 times 5. So again, HCF. So this one doesn't have a 3, right? This part doesn't have a 3. So HCF is literally 2 times 5. 10. Okay. I think it's quite easy lah. So I don't think I have to go through every single question. So next what we have is 4D. Okay. So again, for this one, what do we need to? We need to just rearrange it. Okay, times 5 square. Then this one doesn't have a 5. So 5 power 0 times 13 power 0, because this one, the 57800 doesn't have a 13. 13 square times 17 square times 17 square. So we are finding the HCF. So again, The lowest power of 2 is 2 power 3. This is a 4. Then 5 power 0. 5 power 0 times 13 power 0 times 17 square. Okay? So, as we all know, any number to the power of 0 is 1. So, it is just going to be 2 power 3 times 17 square. I'm not going to find the answer. I'm not going to bother doing that, okay? I don't want to waste my time. Okay, you all should know how to do that already. You all should be expert already. Okay, I taught you all so much already. Okay, so you all should be able to do. Next one, I do one more question for question number, what do we call that? Question number 4. 5100. Okay, so we need to find HCF for this one. Okay, this one is very easy. So 2 power square, 2 squared, because the lowest number, the lowest power of 2 is 2. Okay, for 3, what is the lowest power? As you can see, this part don't have 3, so it will be times 3 power 0. And again, 3 power 0 is 1. Anything to the power 0 is 1. Then next, we want to look for 5. So the lowest number of 5 is 5. Power is 5 power 1. Then next, we have 17. But however, these two places don't have 17. Okay, so we times 17 power 0. And then last one, 37. 37 squared, 37. However, we don't have 37 here, so 37 power 0. And anything to the power 0 is 1. Okay, so it'll be 2 squared times 5. Okay, which is 20 lah, okay? But I'm not going to say that again. We have one more. So one more is question 5, okay? Question 5, we have 2 power 4 times 7 square times 11 power 8. 2 power 7 times 7 power 4 times 11 power 5. 2 power 11 times 7 power 6 times 11 7. Okay, so it's very easy. HCF, again lowest power, so 2 power 4 times 7 power square times 11 power 5. So this is our HCF. This is not where I'm not going to do question G, okay? So just give me a bit, wait. So this question, right, if you notice, they are just using the same bases. However, they want you to really make yourself expert in in being able to identify what is the lowest power, okay? So as you can see, all the numbers are the same, 2, 19 to 29 like this, but the powers are different. So HCF, again, what is the lowest power? It's obviously this one, right? 2 power 3. Lowest power here is 19 square, 19 square, so 19 square, and then times 29 to the power of 3, okay? Lowest power. So this is your HCF. Okay. I quickly do last one for 5. Okay, 11 power 3 times 13 power 4 times, but now you see 19 come out. Now they're trying to confuse you a bit more. Okay, this part, 43 square. Okay, HCF. Okay, so see, 11 square. So lowest power is 11 square times. Then we look at next 13. So 13 is 13 power 4 times. Then 19. 19 power 2 is here, okay? But these two sides don't have 19 at all. So it will just be 19 power 0 times 43. Lowest power, 43 power 1 lah basically. Okay, so 11 square times 13 power 4. Don't need to write 19 power 0, okay? Because it's considered 1 line, and then anything times 1 is just 1. Yeah. Anything times 1 is just that number lah. So for example, 43 times 1 is just 43, right? It's not going to be like 40. It's not going to be something else, right? It doesn't make sense. Okay, so this one very easy. Okay, for this part, right, it's a bit more complicated, but I think you all should be able to you know be able to do this lah, because I've taught you all quite a few times already. But let's see lah if you all can do it. So I don't think I will give you the answers. I gave you the answer during your holidays. I mean, it's your holiday right now, like just that I'm recording this, right? So basically 484 is 2 square times 11 square, okay? In very simple terms, how? 484 divided by 2 divided by 2 is 242, divided by 2 is 121, then after that, yeah, 11 11 1 like that, okay? So it'll be 2 times 11, because as I said, whenever there is a when there is a square root, right, there's an imaginary 2 down here, and this 2 right will just divide these two numbers, understand? It will just divide the powers. Okay, so for 576, what is the product of its prime numbers? Oh shit, sorry. Okay, wait, I may have gone through this part, but don't worry, we can come back to this. Next one, I just do the LCM part, okay? So maybe we do 6 powers. Okay. Okay. So this one is very simple, but then wait, let me just quickly find the numbers. So you have 75, 105 and 135. Okay, sorry, technical difficulties. 3 times 5 square. Okay, then next 105. So 105 as a product of its prime numbers is 3 times 5 times 7. Okay, 15 times 7. Yeah, wait, okay, then 135. We have 135. Uh, 135 is what? Wait. 135 is basically 3 to the power of 3 times 5. Okay, LCM. Simple lah, LCM. What is the highest power? So if I have to rearrange this, it will be 3 times 5 square, 3 times 5 times 7, then 7 power 0, times 7 power 0, 5, 3, 3. So what's the highest power? Is this one, and then 5 square and 7 power 1. So it will be 3 times 5 square times 7 power 1 lah. Okay, we do one more for question number, what do you call that, 6. So maybe I do H. Okay, we will be checking our answers on the day whenever you are doing this one lah. Okay, in tuition. So you have 110. Okay, so 110 is 2, 5, 11. Okay, next one, 198 is a product of its prime factors is 198. Okay, wait, 9, 3, 33, 3, 11. Okay, so it will be 2 times 3 squared times 11. 264. 264 is what? Okay, so I'm very easy. Okay, so again, LCM. Again, we look at the highest power. So 2 power 3. For 3, it will be 3 square. Okay, times 3 square times 5. There's only one 5 lah. Then times 11. Okay, Okay, I don't want to find the answer. This should be your answer. I mean, this should be your, at least in the product of its prime factors, okay? And then maybe we do question 7 now. Question 7. We do D lah, D. D first. 180 equals to 2 square times 5 times 7 square. 2925 is 3 square times 5 square times 13, which would be LCM would be 2 square times 3 square times 5 square times 7 square times 13. Okay, then maybe we do 7G. Very fast one now. 588. Okay, we do God mode. Okay, lie. I also sick and tired already. Actually, I'm watching drama while doing this. I'm plugged in. I'm wearing AirPods while doing this thing, but it's okay. We do this fast. Okay, what is the LCM for this? Again, we look at the highest power for 2. So 2 square. 2 square. Sorry, 2 square. 2 square times 3 square. Then we do our highest power for 7 is 7 power 3, as we can see here. 7 power 3. Okay, and times 13. Okay, this should be our answer. Okay, maybe you all just want to see this real quickly, but other than that, I don't think. Okay, I'll quickly do question 8 now. So for question 8A, 8C, sorry. LCM, that's simple. Sorry. No, 2, 7. Okay, 7. Five power 6 and then times 7 square. Okay, maybe we do G. Okay, G. 5 3 times 3 power 6 times 11 square. 2 power 3, 5 square times 11 cube. 2 4 times 5 square times 11 cube. Okay, LCM. So the highest power of 2 is 2 power 4. Highest power of 3 is there's only one last, so times 3 to the power 6. And then times 5 to the power of 3. Okay, then 11 power 3 power 3. So 11 power 3. Okay. Okay, now we go to this part. Okay, like I said just now. Okay, so 576. What is 576 as a product of its prime factors, huh? Okay. So for 5 power 6, it is 2 power 6 times 3 power 2. So again, divide by 6 divided by 2. Okay, so it will be 6 divided by 2 times 3, 2 divided by 2. So 2 power 3 times 3 power 1 lah. But I don't need to say that. Okay. Okay, it is 2 power 4. No, sorry. Times 7 square. 784 is 2 power 4 times 7 square. 2 power 4. Power 4 divided by 2. So 2 square times 7. Okay. Next one. This one should be... Okay, this one is cube root. Okay, cube root. Okay, so even me, I'm doing this after a while, like because I wrote the questions on one day, but I did the questions on another day, so I'm also trying to recall. Okay, so 2744 is basically this, okay? And then is cube root. Cube root means like this, right? So it will be 2 times 7 lah, because 3 divided by 3. You see, this one divides the powers. Divides power. Okay. Next, what is the next number we have? It will be 5832. So for 5832, what is 5832? Be 2 power 3 times 3 to the power of 4, I think. Okay, wait, let me just check. Did I? 5832. No way I copied it wrongly. Okay, 5832 lah. Okay lah. So 5832, then do 5832 lor. 9, 1, 6. Then again divide by 2, it will be 1, 4, 5, so 1, 8. Again divide by 2. It will be 7, 2, then 9. Okay? 7, 2, 9. Then after that it will be divided by 3. So 2, 4, 3. 3, 8, 1, 3. 2, 7, 3. 9, 3. Oh, okay, wait. Maybe I did a careless mistake here. Okay, so it will be 3, 3, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, sorry, it's supposed to be power 6. Okay, so and then your answer is supposed to be 2 power 1. So just 2 times 3 square. Okay, next one we have 91125. 91125. So 91125 as a product of its prime factors, what would it be? I think it should be 3 power 6 times 5 power 3. Again, divide 3 square times 5. Okay, it's 3 square times 5, huh? Okay, now we have this word problem. So this one, I hate it also, but what to do? Let's do it. 3000 is basically 2. 7, 5, 3, 7, 5, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 5, 2, 5, 5, 5, 5, 1. Okay, so 3000 is 2x times 3y times 5z. However, from this thing, right, we got 2x times, 2 cubed times 3 times 5 cubed. So x equals to 3, y equals to 1 because 3 power 1, and then z equals to 3. Okay, so square root of the number, so a. So you're supposed to find the square root. Square root, so 2 power 3 times 3 squared times 7. So it's supposed to be basically 6 divided by, this one is 6 divided by 2, 4 divided by 2, 2 divided by 2. Okay. Cube root. So cube root mean it will be 2. So 6 divided by 2 is 3. 6 divided by 3, times 3 power 1 times 11. Okay, so for HCF, I mean this one, again, lowest power of 2 is 2 power 6 times 3 power 3. So there, here 7 square, but down here don't have, here 11 don't have. So that's it lah. Okay, I'm not going to find the answer. Okay, so now Edison, Betty, whatever, in the same direction around the circular track. If they take 126 seconds, 154, 198. I'm assuming this one is Ellison, this is Betty, and this is Carl, okay? Respectively, to complete one round along a track. How many seconds would they meet at the starting point again? So whenever they say they meet at the starting point again, what do you think we need to find? Okay? So usually you have to find, because if we find LCM, usually what will it be? It will be lower than all these 126, 154, 198. Okay, you all get roughly what I'm trying to say. If we look up here, all the LCM, HCF. See, all of them are lower than the numbers that we were finding for. See, like this, all this. But however, if you see LCM, right, sometimes it can even be bigger. See, it's such a big number. So most likely this one, the fact that they are running around and they will meet again eventually means they have to find LCM. So, okay, so LCM. So what must we find? We must find the product of the prime factors. So we have 126, 154, and 198. Well, 154, it is 2 times 154. Wait, 777 divided by 7. Okay. It's times 7. Sorry. 7 times 11. For 126, it is. For 126, it is 2 times 3 squared times 7. So for 198, what is 198? So for 198 is 11. Okay. So how many seconds will they meet at the starting point again? So this one, it will be LCM, as I said. So LCM 2 times, then now we need to look for 3, so 3 square times 7. So 7, the lowest power is already 7 power 1, so 7 times 11. So it's the same. Okay, this is the LCM. So whatever answer you get, that is the number of seconds. That is when they will meet again. Tired lah. You're go Nepal. Okay. David is cutting square pieces of cake from a huge cake measuring 60 by 48. Okay, very big cake. If David wants the square pieces to be as big as possible. So when they say as big as possible, what is the length of each piece? So the fact that it's a square, it will all be equal sides, right? So it'll be. So what is the product factors of 60 and 48? So let's just quickly show. For 60 it will be 2 square times 3 times 5, and then you have 48. So for 48 would be, sorry, 2 sorry, 2 3 3 1, 2 power 1 2 3 4. So what is the length of each side of the cake? So obviously, can it make sense for our can it make sense to find LCM here? No, because you cannot have a piece bigger than 60 or 48, right? Can you all imagine? Okay, if I find LCM, it's gonna be very big. It doesn't make sense. So you need to find HCF. Okay, straight away. If LCM cannot HCF, if HCF cannot LCM, okay, so HCF will be 2 square times just 3 law. No 5, so no. So 6 cm. Each side will be 6 cm. Okay. What is the maximum number of gas? So in this case, what do you need to do? Maximum number of gas you can serve. And then assuming each gas 1 slice. So right now each slice is 6 cm by 6 cm, right? And then you need to find how many slices he can get. I'm assuming that he just cut the cake like this only, okay? We don't imagine layers or anything. So what does that mean? We need to calculate the total area of cake. Okay? So the total area will be 60 times 48. 60 times 48 is how much? 2880. Area of 1 slice, how much is it? 6 times 6, so 36. Number of guests can be served would be 2880 divided by 36 would be 80. See, easy, 80. Okay, last one, come on, last one, okay? So for the last one, David is cutting square pieces of cake or from a huge cake. Oh no, you're lucky bastards. Okay, so in this case, I have accidentally done this, so yeah, okay, okay, no, there is it. Okay, see you guys.